So they've got a bit of a lurk Viper wall over towards B.
The problem is Shad's too distracting because you guys are too funny.
Most of the time.
That's fucking W glaze for me. What? You got a random kill, no?
There's a Prowler ahead of it just in
Where
case
the fuck
of
you
the
going?
Trip and Jonah P seeking to contain. And out of mid, there's compromise. Two players will fall. Another fight to be taken. Bit of a dink there. Damage being done. So Melsa, Weak still claims that kill. And Ned, oh my god, saving his teammate's life there. Out towards the side.
We're going map 3.
G2.
Just like that.
Yeah, that was a fast one. I mean, just from the very first pick, where I barely saw a crew member peek their head into market, and it got ripped off. That was an extremely simple dismantling. But
Calm down,
I don't think it
Charles.
really told us too much about the compositions just there. Just that G2 have really nice, quick responses to B splits. One of the important things to think about is that trip that Net just threw. And a lot of teams are going to have ways of breaking it, getting around it, bothering the
Why is it
Cypher.
like I'm about to do an apology video? What the fuck does that mean?
Kind of need to land a knife onto the Cypher, or maybe just try to Prowler and run through, break the trip at the same time.
Yeah, I want a KO nade.
Yeah,
Those are the two main options.
but I think it's going to be a bit of a bother for Crew. And you can see here, it's already allowing G2 to stack 3A.
Risky. Players tucked up into elbow. Crew just seeking to get the orcs online.
It's a tough defensive Viper wall to get through as well from Trent. Hard to get through either side of the A split.
Blocks?
Entirety of this A side is really just under lock and key with the amount of
Please
players.
apologize.
Set up Jonah Peach is close to the corner. Any attempt there. A lot of players meeting them head on. He has some cheese, not enough really with the range to try and break that one, pushing forwards.
I ain't sorry for shit,
That
bitch.
smoke as well, but he's just going to be spotted out entirely. Clean round from G2.
Yeah, keeping all of that weaponry online. Aside from Jonah P, and Class gets cleaned up. Leaf creeping towards the ultimate. He had a big start on the previous map as well, and then cooled off. But that raise up is going to be
Can you smell it,
massive.
Mr. Krabs? Can you smell it?
It's also interesting, even just to think about the roles a little bit on Crew. Shy, we're seeing playing Viper here, rather than either of the two initiators. Something to think about with Crew, maybe expanding
bonus
their
first gun
playbook
round
and the
here.
flexibility a little bit of where they want these people to play.
There's 2 matches tomorrow, right? Yeah.
He's filling in the Sentinel role for this team rather than...
I don't know if Sentinels play first or second.
Yeah, so it makes some level of sense.
It does, yeah.
Guns, Crew. All the rifles here.
Should me and Nashot do a wager?
On the left side here, but like you said, you know, this
Losing team has to go bald?
The Trent's laid down. It's really quite tough to chew through.
Nah, bald is crazy. We need our hair.
I think Crew are going to have the most success if they manage to pick him off before he can even realize there's someone there. As you saw Kesney going for him.
20 HP just tipping away here. No kills.
Kesney up to his lurks.
His
Same kind
intro.
of thing he was doing on Icebox.
Yep. In place time. Smoke up into his face, but here we go. Drop down!
Oh.
What a
Spit on
flick
him.
and adjustment. Trade.
Big
Online
trade.
for Jonah P.
That's such
So
an
G2
important
started
job that
off
Jonah P
strong.
gets.
Last
As
map
Kesney
as
starts
well.
to get rolling and
Do not
opens
be
up A for the rest of his
deceived,
team,
people.
You're going to have all the
It is
same
an
issues that you did
illusion.
on the previous map.
This is
Calls for
what's his name?
reinforcements
David
found
Blaine?
in his spot.
Jiggle. The angle. What a cheeky way to do it, but Shy was only on 20 health as well. Maybe could have got away with that as well if he had a bit more health to him. Team running out now. Trying to scale onto the side towards the back
Oh,
of the
good
box.
flash.
Jonah P was blinded up, and Valen
Really good
barely
flash.
assists, not with a smoke in his face.
Valen was
3v3.
slow on that paranoia. It didn't catch onto MTA, and that's why Jonah P died. So now a 3v3.
Planted.
G2 have a flanker. Here comes Net.
Nets. With
Wow.
the Bulldog.
Oh,
he wins
whoa.
it.
Oh, whoa.
That was a brought down. 2 players still anchored, tucked to the side as MTA and Klaus.
Cover going out.
Do have those rifles, but it's a really difficult one to try and win. Time being taken. Nade towards the back. Klaus still stand this ground and hold this space here. Do they think this is cleared? Over the
It's
top
on,
though.
it's on.
Spotting it out actually with that satchel all the way. MTA's close in their face. They don't have a clue. And it followed up and turned it into a 1v2. Net here still. Got the rifle. There's so much to do.
Ooh, rookie.
And MTA a 4K in this round. This guy might be a newcomer to this stage.
Thank you,
A
Mr.
lot of
Whiffle.
unknowns circling around this guy, but he has stepped up massively so far.
It's been amazing. And the KO on both maps, filling in the flex role. What an addition.
Only one game today,
I think
yeah.
it's fair to say that expectations
Miss
were not
Whiffle.
massively high for him, He's somewhat of an unknown player coming up to the tier 1 level. But he's fit into this squad and added a lot of firepower. And his timing is really strong too.
Yeah.
We've seen some people get nervous in their first game. Even in this season, actually. But he has just stepped up instantly.
You two forced down.
Yeah, a bit of a skirmish there, over towards the A side. Good response from Valen, keeping the
Thank you for the reset, Denny.
On spot.
How many kills am I dropping in this server? No joke, in this match, I dropped 25. I don't care what you say.
Cheeky with the orb, but the one way really does just prevent anybody from swinging. Again, same playbook the crew are really operating on through Icebox, making the most of the time. The clock really wearing this one down, seeing what they can get done with these low timings. Melzer can TP past this one, just walks up and breaks it though. Nade from Leaf, he's expecting the split. There are players into mid. They lost control of that a little bit earlier, but no commitment.
I think breaking that trip earlier in the round would have had massive consequences, but with only 45 seconds, crew do now have a little bit of time pressure to finish on one of these sites.
Kessen's just walked up. Valence missed it with the peak. The jiggle timing here. All the way close to the corner. He can really just do so much work for the rest of his team. No one's watching this. Crouched to the box.
30 seconds left.
Isn't it clear? He spotted the gun. He spots the gun. And there's one kill. There's the second.
His timings are
Can't even
absurd.
blame them, bro.
Absolutely ridiculous. 20 seconds left into the corner. They
That's
are
tough,
dropping
bro.
all over the
You
place.
can't blame them, but that's
52,
tough.
no chance now for the round. And then he knows it.
If you think about a map where Kesnit dominates, right? You just picture average Kesnit domination. Most people picture him running at people, stomping them, winning aim duels. Actually, this match,
Carlos is watching
most
this
of
shit?
what he's been doing is finding perfect lurk timings on Jet
Carlos would
and
have blew this
Malchain,
team up months ago.
weaving his way through the defenses.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's demonstrating extremely high game IQ. I can't believe the timing he found there.
They're hunting out his last gun. No players really surrounding him, so net should be safe.
And a lot of the space that was gathered for Kesnit is off the back of Melzer breaking that trip on B.
This isn't timing, this is just poor
Pulled back
playing.
the defenders on A.
I think you're right.
Because
Personally,
crew are spread around the map, and G2 can't really get a feel for where they are. The information game is certainly being won. Let's stay alive.
Oh my.
So there's a silver lining, but not much of one.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's the information game. You know, when I say about crew playing slow in these rounds and making the most of the time that they've got available to them, you still need to be doing stuff in the round. Still need to be breaking a lot of that preset utility, the passive map control that G2 have.
just kind of ass.
Yeah, 1 HP, the observer's highlighting there.
Wow.
I'm personally
A lot
not
of the damage
impressed,
had already been
but
done.
I could just be like,
G2 are going to have to start getting more proactive, I think.
I'm not impressed
re-clearing
by,
on
like-
defense. In
Yeah, I
order
don't
to
know.
just get an idea for where crew are.
but I don't want to be like
If they can
toxic,
catch
you know?
the players who are playing to contain, maybe they can even get picks out.
Maybe I'm just like hungover.
It's difficult
To me-
though, 'cause
to me, they don't
with
look
how
that good.
Slow and quiet crew are around the map. You might just run into the stack if you decide to defensively re-clear an area.
And that spots it. Mid players, they know it's compromised. It's only up to Trent here with a sheriff in hand.
Now crew know where the single rifle is.
They're walking themselves all the way into mid. Leaf's on the flank himself, right behind them, but he doesn't have a gun to try and take that fight long range. And it's just crew ripping them to shreds into the top section of mid. Shy is watching for it because it was all commed. That was just a second player there. Valen. Straight through with a stinger.
I think it's a consolation prize.
Unwinnable.
It's going to be really difficult for Net to commit to this. He's only got 450 credits because he rebought armor and he didn't get the loss bonus. So, crew again demonstrating
bro.
that they're finding the holes. There were 2 people watching mid, and yet they smoked it off, quietly walked in. The contact play and the fact that there's so many of them grouped up is finding every gap. And the G2 players can't get their one and back around the corner. They're just getting
Mid off.
knocked instantly.
It feels like a mid
This is
off, I'm not gonna lie.
coming in with kind of an extension of what their style was during LCQ.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
It bears mentioning again
Gotta
that
lock
crew
in.
did not
Getting too comfortable
go
on the
into
couch.
camps and dominate.
Player
Right?
standing.
They had that run at LCQ, but they weren't actually able to convert it into any success at Champions. They didn't convert it into any success in the off-season, but now they're coming into the games that matter in 2024, and they're looking great. Like, they didn't skip a beat from the end of LCQ.
Play some games today? No, bro. I feel some taking a nap for sure. I might nap right here, actually. No joke.
2 rounds they burn have been off the pistol and the follow-up.
I had dead ass might nap on this
couch. I think they're lacking so much information.
Hey, you guys want to just sleeping stream or no?
Difficult for them because with Nets.
I'm just worried if I sleep here, else he's gonna draw like dicks on my face or some shit.
Still been finding the value. It's all about just the contact plays. I mean, just finding those gaps.
He's not even trying to play inside his rendezvous, is he?
No.
It's not like he's trying to play it as a I'll get one and get out.
Yeah, that's how you. I think that's how you got to play it into this comp.
Yeah, as a hard lurker. So now Trent anchoring with the help of these 2 trapwires.
Look at them, they're just walking all the way up. I mean, they can just walk up to this trip, spot it out, hear it, break it, paranoid into the back. Trent is in a lot of trouble. And look at that, Prowler in his face. On top of it, they're running him down. Didn't stand a chance, man. Not a chance.
Bro, why would you ask me some shit? I'm trying to watch.
It's like KRU playing with wall hacks on. They know exactly what the setup looks like, dismantling it with perfection, not using any utility when there's no threat. And this is a team with an immaculate read on what's going on around the map.
It's a forced buy by G2. Don't have any money. Next, dodgy weapons. They've just got to save.
What the fuck did I just read? This guy's fucked.
Must be scratching their heads. Again, it's not like KRU are using tons of utility and stomping their way into A, making it obvious.
My audio is going to the casters? No, it's not. Stop.
G2 only realized that it's a heavy commitment once the trap's been broken and a paranoia is already in the face of Trent. By that point, nothing too much they can do about it. It looks really good so far from KRU. Bear in mind that this was their map pick.
What's that $1 in your t-shirt?
An unusual
$1 my ass, dude.
One that Athena liked on the desk. And they've already got map 1 under their belt. Yeah. This is looking excellent so far.
Set up for a slam dunk at this point, 5-2.
Nets just getting spammed off minimap there.
Yeah, gotta make changes. Got to make changes. G2 with a timeout. Now,
burning your
match today, yeah.
See what the call is here. Deep play. Dart tagging onto 2.
Look, I mean,
the Viper Orb though, I mean, it stops them from being able to play up any sort of aggression. They are close to it though. A lot of players tucked to the corner. Jonah P was playing anti-flash. Just to set that up. Leaf just taking a fight straight to them. Jonah P still they want to hold their ground down. And will they find any value from it? The paranoia was perfect from Melza. Pushes those players all the way back out of it, but it's still a 3 versus 3. ADS 2. Jonah P.
Close range, by the way. That's not easy.
3-4 and
Cam. Sorry.
Might be on for the ace.
Dodges the Prowler.
I haven't done that in a while.
G2 finding success playing way in front of where the usual line of scrimmage would be. And Nets come around behind.
Disrespect is harder aiming to win this one. Smoke sent flying, top side of mid.
You got to remember though, the weaponry is still so low. Jonah's been able to pick up 3 with the Guardian, but can he manage to gain additional kills? Do they feel confident enough to go for the weaponry that's dropped? If the plant goes down on B, you would imagine
30 seconds left.
30 seconds. Yeah, they don't know if they're just cutting noise out towards A here. Holding for the ground.
Cover going.
Deep dart, surely at this point, as soon as the trap, yeah. They're going to be starting to grab at least one of the guns. It's net. Plan here, gives some info. Note both of them are on B, so the players can start rushing into the side to try and take this one. But still, just to share it. Knife 4.
For both teams.
Our connection, Trent. Don't grab any of those audio cues. In a backside position this game is a great call by KRU. In the moment here, they're doubled up. It is some semblance of awareness. Jonah P. still there. And there it is.
Terrible push. Another ace.
Right,
oh my God. Oh my God, we're getting so many aces.
Jonah fighting with a Guardian, acing it. KRU.
You cannot escape.
I don't think that's the call from Josh in the tactical time.
So many aces,
Jonah,
dude.
buy a Guardian and ace them.
How many, how much is it per PC? How many aces have we got now? Is this the 3rd one? I got power.
Yeah.
Marketing guy is sweating. He's sweating.
No, boss, I promise, it was a good idea.
It was a good idea.
Jonah, take this gun. I mean, defuse, I'll get you a gun here.
Okay, so now G2, with rifles in hand, what lessons did they learn from that? What was the thing that contributed to the win? I think it was playing pretty aggressive. Now, it's hard against these Viper smokes, but you got to try and get set up before KRU have taken a bunch of map control. I mean, look at it, though. G2 getting pushed back behind the Viper orb from Shy. Leaf's kind of stuck in this corner. They're using the drone to get back up on an aggressive angle, but KRU have already left.
Trademark dealt with, but again, yeah, it's this mid players. They've already looked up again past the angle. Just an off-angle approach from Trent to try and hold it. Same smoke all the way through. Prowler connecting. Trent's got so much to do here as the lone player. They're going to be walking right into him!
Wow.
Rips away two.
That's convenient.
That's major.
That's very convenient.
Massive player advantage here now.
I like when that happens.
Trap broken. Melza trying to be a menace. But what I'm noticing again is KRU are not afraid of mid at all. They're just walking around there. Not a care in the world.
Waltzing up, paranoia into the
Another
corner.
ace will go crazy.
Trying to remove some of this utility. They don't have market control here. There's a risk here. Melza almost adjusts for the second, but a trade. Online for net. They do have that market control now for KRU. Moving forwards. One player remaining. It's all up to Kesnet. Paranoia not dodged. He's finding himself all over the place.
Nice shot, Dylan.
All is closed. Spike up. Smoke drop down. Got himself in, but it looks so unlikely, and yeah. Leaf with the backstab.
Pleasant, good evening,
2 rounds in a
Tarik.
row now for G2.
Is that a
The
saying?
only ones
Pleasant,
that they've been
good
able to get
evening?
on board while KRU had rifles. And that time, it's just Trent being able to defend this. Punishing that contact play with an off-angle.
Pleasant, good evening to you, sir.
So much access to mid without using
Right on you go,
too
laddie.
much util at all. The first Prowler used for mid control while they were already up basically to the top. That worries me.
Taking it for free.
Yeah, they really are.
Charles, get the fuck off of me, bro.
Now towards B. Oh god,
I can
the
barely support
Prowlers!
myself right now.
Let's point them directly to
What?
Trent, and now that pit is no longer
That Viper roll fell
a
off.
pesky problem.
And it's not like Trent had any support there in B main, just trying to get it down on his own. But he picked the exact wrong round to do it. I don't think KRU have been playing B main heavy at the start of these rounds at all. And yet this was the moment that they decided to go for it. A read, perhaps, on where Trent was going to put that pit? Or just good luck for KRU. Either way, they'll take it. It's a 5v4.
You get the opening. They force the ult out of Valen for the reposition, expecting a fast play explosive off of it. But they just cut noise again.
And this would be a great round to end A. You know? Without Trent having that
No, bro.
wall to be able to play behind. And that's what Klaus is trying to make it look like. Throwing his Prowlers, trying to get Leaf off the line, and he's pulling Valen and Jonah B towards A as the rest of KRU are ready to walk out B.
It's so believable because KRU really aren't using amateur util in the first place. Paranoia in through the corner, but net still open. Pit, Hunter's Fury. That's a connection, but he wasn't expecting Melta. Have a TP to disengage. Klaus up through mid. Instant trade by Leaf. Good reactions from that one. Immediately turns around. Plan finally getting down. 2 versus 3 though with the pit.
That's so hard to win.
Really difficult.
Hey, can you
They're
guys
gonna
hear
need
me
some
still?
spam kills here, Brent. And they're going to allow the pit to go down, actually.
Decay, damage, Leaf dropping down. Clearing all
Bolts
of it. And
down.
yeah, you're right, the pit goes down, but interesting smoke from Melza.
Oh!
Shot down, kills.
Oh!
There, last player notified. Shy. He's got so much more to do. 150 health. Dart towards the back. It's a double face. G2.
Why did he swing?
Pull that one from the brink.
Insane shock from Jonah P. Once the Viper pit went down, they realized they were everybody in B main.
Yeah.
And the shock was like a homing missile. That's a bit of a slip from KRU.
You're up.
Should have had that one, I think, in the bag. Especially after picking up Trent so early on and denying that. And then taking down the side tanker. This is
Hey,
now gonna
don't
make
judge
it a
me for
much
laying
more
down like this.
competitive
I
game.
guarantee you half you motherfuckers are watching just like
The
this.
score is 5-5. I'm not sure it feels like it. KRU have been very dominant up until these final few rounds, where G2 have started to wake up again.
It's taken heroics. G2 to make it nice and even.
We haven't seen a Kesnet lurk to win the round in a while.
Fast B main from KRU. Very different. What they're usually doing. Still with these trips, getting rid of the cam potentially up there, but it's not. Trip down to the floor. They can jump over
Jump
this.
it.
Not choosing to do so.
Yeah, that's decent information, actually, later on for Kesnit to potentially abuse. Look at the call here. They're going to try and make pressure around the rest of the map, and then I think Kesnit is going to go for the jump over that trip. Genuinely, he's mad. I believe it.
There's a cam in the corner. Put a Trademark there to try and clear it. Leaf holding close. He's got a showstopper to do so. One of the luxuries that you've got. Lovely flash of MTA. And Leaf, he can't see a thing. Doesn't know if they scaled up close to him here. He's going to be feeling the panic. Settling in, but KRU not really taking much speed into it.
Is Kesnit going for the Fosbury flop?
I can't wait. I'm going to fall asleep.
He's really thinking about it. Okay.
Too late to break it instead. Okay, fair enough.
Rest of his team grouped up onto A. There's only 35 seconds left. Smoke renewed with the one-way. It's Valen setting that one up for the defense here. They know that there could be players in the elbow. They've completely given it up. But the lower this time gets, the worse it could be, especially when Leaf still has this showstopper and seeks to deny any of the power, any of the space getting in. No! Rocket goes flying, but no kill there. Just the damage on top. Melzer just TP'd.
What the fuck?
Play, but he earns the one kill, at least with the trade still there. G2, maybe they can make something of it. 6. Few seconds left. Jonah P in through the back. Takes out Shy. 1 HP with the decay kicking in. Leaf still there. Beautiful work. Precise with the shots.
G2 hold on. That one was close. Same kind of
What's my
idea
birthday
again
wish?
from KRU.
World
Walking
peace.
all the way up to the Viper wall for free, and then using utility through it. That time though, Leaf and Valen doubled up, able to pick off at least, or do enough damage and get a kill at least, to be able to make it slightly easier for the rest of their squad. And crucially, Kesnit only went 1 for 1 on his lurk. I mean, if you can keep Kesnit to only going 1 for 1, that is
My second wish,
a win condition.
happiness to myself and fellow chatters.
What a comeback. Very reminiscent of Icebox, but the other way around. G2 themselves.
My third wish, you suck
having
my
to come up with
balls.
the adaptation in the first half. In the second quarter, now double offing. You were talking about that being a potential solution.
Great way to stop those contact plays, but there is util being used and expended to take B main control. Knife to the corner, it's dodged. Another Prowler there. The trips nowhere to be found. Flash from MTA in through the back here, trying to take the fights to him. Valen needs to stay alive.
Getting scrappy.
Time for the rest of the team. Util in his hands. Melzer. He strikes right when the timing was correct. 3 players now into the back of the site, making sure they can reclaim that spike and get that plant down now.
Kesnit was almost going down to the raise nade there from Leaf. He's so weak. Taking an aggressive position.
Jump spot almost punished. Laying down a second molly, a smoke now to follow. Trent using it. Pushing the positions. The players are low here. Melzer's watching the smoke. Where's the trade? It's there from Net, but instantaneous.
That's impossible to go through that smoke,
on
though.
point with it. The discipline that's carried him this far makes it to a 6-6 half.
Switching sides.
Same as Icebox. And a very similar story.
Don't ego me, open my DM. Who the fuck?
I mean, that is G2 being forced to maneuver and make their own adjustments to what was going on. They did a decent job of it, but I'm still really impressed with how KRU are calling. And this no duelist composition seems like it has a ton of threats on defense as well.
Well, it does. Anyone's game so far as well. Potential for continuation.
Open the DM, Pago. I don't even know what's
up in the air. It's dropping. A lot of players ready to meet with a bit of a skirmish. Melzer holding that paranoia on for the left side approach. Dark clearing, not seeing too much, but here's the refight as well. For Audi, it's anyone's game, but it's Klaus is filling up the feed once more with all green. One player left standing. It's Net on the opposite side of the map.
And it looked like Leaf could have been the difference maker there. He actually slipped into the Viper.
Tarik, you gave up on the game that made you that sad?
Wasn't able to.
I didn't give up on Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike gave up on us.
Into mid, Kesnit.
And KRU win their first pistol round of the series so far. I think that's incredibly telling. That KRU have kept it this close and been able to win map 1.
Real
without
and true.
being able to lean on those pistol rounds. Their gun round play has been excellent. Yeah. That spells bad
Counter-Strike for life
potentially for G2. Unless they've got really good mid-rounding, as Mimi and Athena were talking about on the desk. On the couches, I should say.
Yeah, the couches. Throw me for a mix.
Yeah, GB's making a specific point about
I'm gonna blame the producer. I'm gonna throw a producer under there.
Am I watching Paper X in 5 hours?
Under the couch.
Bro, are you out of your fucking mind?
So the different Viper setups from both of these teams. Instead of a lurk B Viper setup on the attack,
It sounds fun,
over
but
towards A.
Hyperx is fun to watch.
Shy looking to anchor B.
W gaming is real. Okay, let's see.
Aggro setup. Here comes
What?
Shy.
Fought away through there. Yeah, Shy tucked close towards this one. Now it is an eco round, but with the plant,
Go through, pussy.
get some extra money here. I mean, even not even extra money, extra damage being
Yeah,
done.
he actually did.
3 versus 3. Somehow in the middle of all of this, and with the plant
Eco.
down, gotta think somewhat winnable. But Shy still alive towards the back of the site, along with the rest of his team here. Lovely nade from MTA. No more kills to be claimed there. Cleaning up the rest of these
That's
players
done.
beautifully. That's only got the classic. Only got a classic. Not enough to do, but still. Bit of danger towards it. They did some damage to the economy. And the plant online for G2. Not the worst case scenario in the world for an eco round.
No, not the worst case. Not by any means. But you take a look at the way that KRU's got their defensive setups working, and that looks like a bit of a tough nut to crack. They don't have that Cypher trip, right? So that's one of the things that is not an issue for G2 to deal with, but they have to get through the snake bites, the wall over towards B as well. And anytime they want to fight A, they're going to be pushing into double initiation.
All right, let's see his gun round.
Set up Kesnet.
This bonus, actually. Bonus for his gun round, rather.
Kesnet might not find it as easy as all that, though, because of the Viper wall in his face. So these fights over towards A are going to be very interesting. Who wins? Initiators or controllers?
Yeah. I mean, this is awkward. I love the idea. Rendezvous set up to his back. He set him up onto this angle, but as the wall goes down, along with the orb, isn't it? Free to play in this spot. Still within the safety range. So he's going to be getting all that control, passive map control the entire time, calling for his teams. But he is backing away now from that angle, just from the door being broken in mid.
Slow round.
Kesnet loves being active. And it looks like G2 have
the spike.
a bit of an idea that he might have
Thoughts about the Sen game
They're
tomorrow?
starting to re-explore as the
No
Vikings
thoughts,
will
just
get
prayers.
His game plan just seems to be just follow all the sound cues.
It worked for them on Icebox. It really did.
Anytime there's a semblance of noise being made this time.
What are they doing? They going B?
It is a fake,
faking
though.
like he's that. Yeah.
They're all here, wow.
Satchel.
Look at where the spike's going. I mean, this seems like a great read from what they learnt on Icebox about the way that KRU likes to play their defenses. Because KRU were stacking 4 people wherever G2 made noise. And this time, very first time that G2 have rifles on board,
30
they
seconds
run a
left.
fake.
The hook line sinker, yeah, exactly so. Gives them open access to it. Still 5 players remaining though for KRU on the retake, but they don't have the rifles necessarily. That is really unfortunate timing. I mean, Leaf just unaware of the fact that that was going to be fading. He goes down, he's gifting them a gun on top of it. They don't have down, they don't have post-plant.
util.
Everybody through main here. This is going to come down
Yeah,
to
this
spam
seems
with the guns and
impossible.
maybe a bit of util on top of it. Damage definitely being done. Players are low right now. The fuse tapped, trying to force out that first wave of this one, but MTA didn't expect it off to the side. Smoke's still up, really forcing them all to just go out into the open, spamming, but nobody's been sticking this entire time. Mel's now defusing. Half onto the board, everybody lining up, half onto it all the way. Where are the bullets there?
Yeah, Smoke didn't have time.
G2. Barely, but
That's
they
close,
do
though.
win the round with 2 players surviving.
That was good
Also
damage for
fake,
them on bonus.
Not so sure about the post plan.
Yeah.
Playing 4 players B main and Leaf alone onto the site. He seemed very out in the
And
open.
tease.
Like you said, unaware that the smoke was
Did they almost lose that? I agree. How?
Oh, this is...
I didn't think that would be that
I mean,
close.
reminiscent of the Haven C-Long,
Yeah.
trying to play it with the guns.
And I think had there been more of a follow-up on MTA's flash,
Are they heating
that could
up?
have gotten
Potentially heating up?
even more deadly for G2 and could have easily slipped out of their fingers. But 1-0 so far in terms of Valen calling the mid-rounds, because that fake set them up with a lot of success. Same kind of opening, Kesnet just staring at Viper utility to start the round.
But he's still in that spot. He's not being pushed away afterwards. Even playing in front of it. Look at him.
Yeah, Kesnet's one of those players that you have to slap down multiple times before he decides, all right, okay, I can't really get away with this. Yeah. He's so confident.
So far forward there because he doesn't want the orb to be blossomed and bloomed in his face. Meanwhile, G2, rest of the squad,
I have retrieved the spike.
towards B. Spike being sent over towards A. They're going to try and run another fake. It looks like it. But this time, Kesnet
Nerd
hasn't
play.
over-rotated.
There.
All 4 players, though. It really just comes down to Kesnet. I mean, yes, this hit's coming through. Maybe some kills can be found, but they don't have the spike in this direction. Kesnet pulls back the rendezvous, he's running away. So it's an open side over towards A now. The fake is working Leaf maybe he can get a little bit more here.
Oh,
Kills
fuck.
we found will be
Check this
absolutely
out.
excellent. He is the lone player up onto the site, but he's
Never mind, don't check this out.
there. Lots of players ready to find him. Kesnet not giving up all the space
Oh
here.
my
There is
God.
smoke again into his face, but a random spam. Lucky.
They have sight, though.
He can get his head taken clean. Oh, he's disrespected
Oi,
him
oi,
and
oi.
shut down in the process.
Oh, yo,
He's
yo, big
trimmed,
Viper.
he's picked. So this now becomes even more difficult.
Nightfall all the way through here. Players were low enough with the decay damage kicking in. Excuse
Damn, that
me,
died
MTA.
there?
We catch that one onto net, but yeah, the pit didn't go down. Trails pointing
Good
towards
smoke.
them, dart over
Good
the
smoke.
top. Broken. Jonah P. It is chaos in the mix here, but the trades are still good for crew.
Wait,
Working
they're
away now
through.
into the back of this one. Only 2 players remaining for G2. And the pit still
Timing.
remains up. He needs to stay alive.
No
Good
timing.
adjustment from Trent. Snaps to the side here. The players alive here with it planted for the pit as well. It's looking more than one for them. Too difficult now.
It's a
Mel's
big
onto
win
the
for
high ground,
G2.
Time ticking away, and Valen
4v5
wins it
as
against the
well.
counterpart.
2 rifle rounds, 2 fakes for Valin, 2 rounds, 1 for G2.
Weak points.
Excellent maneuvering.
They're broke.
I can't believe they sold a fake again.
Yep,
and
we are
Kesney
going to
moved
distance,
offside.
Charles. My little
This
kid.
is almost
or
the
my
time
little
where
duck,
you want to be hitting the
rather.
tactical timeout, but it's so clear that probably Atom doesn't need to get involved. I mean, the crew players are not dumb. They realize that they've just been faked on twice. The question is how you adjust to that. And you can't fake every attacking round. No. But conditioning it a little bit is really helpful, because now crew are going to be certainly not over-rotating as much. And now I say that, but G2 have just made noise in B main, and immediately 2 people are starting to rotate over to help Shy.
Yeah. There's an eco though. Before to stack. Especially with Kesnet just pushing all the way forwards here into the back of the site. Leaf thinks second against it. Chunk
The
down low
fuck
as well,
is
but
happening
Yuto
here?
really wants to plan
They're all
this one. They
here.
have to try and fight for backside control. They will do so now with the Yuto pop flash. It's nice.
Oh my
but it
god,
comes
he
even
leaked
nicer.
out.
No
Clean
armor for
eco,
the crew
clean eco.
players. They just went down to a lot of blind spam there.
Clean eco.
So, fake the rifle rounds. Don't fake the anti-eco rounds. Let's see if that pattern holds true. What does Valin call here? They have a large
That's an
ult,
anti-eco, nice try.
to be able to work with.
You suck, man.
The Raze ult,
By the way, I'm sorry,
Pretty
chat, for my energy. I'm fucking tired of shit.
this is a
I'm
weird
over it.
one though. We've got a
We're trooping
timeout
through,
coming out
baby.
from crew. And I'm confused by this, because if you're gonna call the timeout, why not before the eco?
Alive, but listen, it's Kesnet. He's got a rifle anyway. He's got his ult for the next round.
Oh, he's
He's
got-
got-
Yeah, you might just end up stuck there though as well.
Shadows traveling.
Bro, I'm not even down though. I'm chilling.
So some extremely impressive attack side calling has led G2 to
Just
have
watching
the lead
this.
so
It's
far.
a slow match,
Fast
kind of.
again. I'm a paranoia. Nobody playing off.
The rounds have been
Mel's
pretty convincing these last few.
God, actually, still close to the corner. That's Shy.
Leaf doing his Kesnet impression.
It's just walked all the way into mid. He might be able to catch a kill. No, Kesnet going in the opposite direction. Good game of timing. Pop flash play.
Oh.
Repeat from MTA.
Don't fuck
Another
around
big
the
play.
Zico, bro.
See that. Shy's still close to the corner too. If this is a half clearance with Clash playing close, there's some real danger here. Real danger, but not navigated safely. Treacherous waters. Melted
Shit,
in
son.
mid.
We're going the distance.
Oh my god.
Charles,
Keep
hold
hopping
me.
all over the place.
And Kesnet's the last player left alive, wondering where it's gone so wrong. And they give him a lot of respect there. Triple face on different pieces of elevation. G2 pulling out quite a lead right now.
It's the exact thing that happened on the previous half.
It
Basically.
really is.
Pistol
It
round for the opposite
genuinely
team,
is.
and then just a string of rounds occurring.
It's a different style though, right? Because
Yeah.
it's not so much the push and pull, it's more to do with G2 actually just being
Little
able
Charlies.
to run some excellent fakes.
Little Charlie.
And then good ult
Charlie,
plays.
Charlie.
Now, another question. What's going to be happening here?
I'm fighting to stay awake.
G2 have been bossing it in the 4v5.
Stop bringing that up. Making me more tired.
Winning just under 50%. I mean, that's way more than you would expect after losing a player at the start of the round.
It's an insane stat, actually. In the
Four-
40s, you just don't expect that.
46% of their 4v5 so far.
Because else is in here? I would.
There
He's
goes
practicing.
Straight in, through market. No one to the top. Mel's are spotted. Not taken out.
Wow.
That's Klaus. Covering the top section of the smoke there with Leaf brought down. TP's close into it. They haven't cleared the back of the site here. Shy, he's still alive. Pitting. Valen with the plant. Pit's going to be covering
this
this
good?
one. Stretching out into the site.
They can defuse inside the pit here.
And they're picking off the players all over the place. So G2.
They got 2 shocks
Really
and Silva
have an
ults for
intact
bombs,
post plan.
but...
Other than the one player into market, that's Jonah P. He's going to try and stay alive here. Maybe catch this
Oh, he's gonna
rotate.
get caught.
No,
Wow.
not expecting it. So Kesner just spots him out first. 2 players remaining. Valen with the flank, but the door's closed in his face.
They know he's alone mid now. He's
Absolute
breaking door
disaster
mid.
here. With all the smokes in play, Shy, he's safe to
Let's
stick this
go.
one. He's going to get half onto the defuse, but pushing up here. It's just Kesner's time
Yeah.
now to just stick it for his team. Trusting him, placing it. Valen can't do too much. And yet, 1 round for KRU. Valen.
This is actually important.
Nice
Oh,
kills.
wow.
No, those are really
That's really
important
good,
kills.
yeah.
That's hurt the economy.
That's huge.
I mean, look at what they've got to work with there.
Holy
Mel's on
fuck.
3,200, Shine's on 3,100. Those kills towards the end are actually massive. It's a Pyrrhic victory for KRU. They can't afford to win like that often. It was a bizarre round as well. I mean,
strange.
the pit is such a
Like
cool
5v2
idea,
as well.
actually, went out from Shy. If G2 don't want to push, pressuring backside, and he's able to get that off, it just makes the defuse so much easier. But now look at the economy difference in a round where KRU won. They can't afford to eco.
Choosing to invest into it. With
Gotta
Guardian's half armor. Bargain bin buys. Orb gained, Leaf up to another showstopper. Trips there.
Oh my god, they started with 20 gifted. What the hell? Thank you, dude.
In here for KRU, at least over towards the A section.
I appreciate it.
Holding his ground
Happy
as well.
birthday, you handsome devil. Thank you,
Lucky,
man.
Get
Appreciate
overzealous.
that.
Lots of players ready to meet him now. You can feel
Thank
it.
you, thank you, thank you,
Right
thank you, thank
behind
you.
Trent, all grouped up now, and he's holding such massive angle. And again, he's lost his nerve. He's pulled back his rendezvous. He wants to play even deeper, closer to the angle there. Potentially anywhere right there. Would it be the trade?
Oh.
Kissed it. This guy's a menace.
That's outrageous.
Give me
The
some
aim
hype,
is
baby.
just
Give me some
spectacular.
hype.
He's
Give me a
also
reason to
taking
get
the
hype,
away
you
from
fucking
Leaf.
bitches. Everyone's playing like dicks.
Fewer tools to work with. And
We got a
where
single
did
3K?
Melza ult to? That's what G2 will be
Markets, yeah.
thinking.
Wondering exactly where he could be. They've given up A entirely. They're saying there's no way they go after that. Kesn just got 2 taken away, gambling on the fact that they're going to be going back over to B now.
And the call is so correct.
Yeah, but like that was not hype
Wonderful
though.
stuff by Melza.
I mean, it was
This
big
round,
kills, but it
if
wasn't
KRU can
hype.
secure it is going to fix their
Like,
economy.
it doesn't make sense, but it does.
25 seconds, G2. Cautious is the approach, making sure that they contact up, don't reveal anything. But no one's spotted. Shy
No one's
maybe
going crazy.
potentially.
It's just a nitty-gritty game.
Now they're making noise though. Shy's going to be aware of this one, making a call. Doesn't expect the player though. Close. Down into the lower left. That's Jonah P. Still
That's
staying
bad.
alive with the dart as well. Playing a game of time.
That's worse.
Ships in the night, but Jonah P wins it. Off to the side. This guy is frying.
Well,
And he still has market control.
what is the lesson we learned
Bad
here
weaponry
today?
there, I think is really hurting
Don't count
KRU.
your eggs before they
You can't spam
hatch.
into smokes with the Guardian.
Or-
This is nonsense.
Chickens? I don't
Just
fucking
gonna
know.
try.
Some shit like that.
Gonna go a lot of util. So much to clear though. Cam there, a tap. And the timing for Jonah P works his way behind. Hello.
Okay.
On the first one.
I'm standing on
Good tap,
business.
expecting a play
We
from
are
a
not
different
going
position
map
here.
3.
Nets doing a wonderful job of just really bleeding down the clock. Frustration for Klaus, but G2 find themselves up to 12.
Incredible play from Net. Really disciplined from Net and
Fucking
Valorant.
little bald head.
In fact, closing the door initially. It's going to be here.
What?
The rumble. Footsteps in through B main. Presence. At least with the cam.
This is too much to ask of Kesnet, surely.
Please,
Goes
God,
up and out.
G2, do not
Forwards, that's
win.
cleared. There's a flash on top of it. Rendezvous
Or no,
back
wait.
away against the
G2,
wall.
close
They
it
don't
out.
rebound. It's off to the
You
side
got
here,
this
but an
shit,
open side
king.
For them. Will they take backside control? They're just going to give it up. The post plan.
Y'all are
was all
goated.
squandered for G2 when they got into this
13-9,
position
easy
a little
clap.
bit earlier. They do have the guns if they wanted to try and play a bit of a spam wars from main. Ults online over Klaus.
Oh!
Pinged into
My
the
legs! My legs!
corner. Onto 50 health. Over to the side now, Nightfall. Not connecting, Leaf as well, could do so much here. Jumping through, any sort of trade in order, not quite. Hunter's Fury on top of it. Gets the nade out, the rest of his team following up through. This is the map, secured. A clean one, flawless towards the end. Continuation into the series.